Harsh, you can come to the front. Okay. Everyone, please say it 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Very good evening to everyone, and nice to see you all on this beautiful evening. Now, breathing meditation time is over, and then Vipassana meditation time is also over. And starting from today, during these 2 months, we are going to learn loving kindness meditation. It is a very important meditation technique to learn. In scientific documents, so they write this as LKM, loving kindness meditation, right? So, loving kindness meditation. In Pali, it is called as metta meditation. So today, we are going to learn the first method of loving kindness meditation. In the first method, it is very similar to the brief meditation technique that we were practicing. So during all these 10 months. So in the first technique, you spread loving kindness from group to group. You start with yourself. Then after that, so you spread your loving kindness so towards the other people as we were used to. But the quotes that you will use, they'll be different, right? So they'll be different. And at the same time, they are in English. But if your language is, if your mother tongue is not English, then you can translate it into your own language and then use those sentences to practice loving kindness meditation. Because the language is not the most important thing. The practice is the most important thing, right? It should be some kind of a communicatory way that you can directly feel, right? So then you can translate it to your own language and then practice loving kindness meditation. So all by yourself, right? Then when we practice loving kindness meditation, we have to know what actually metta means. Loving kindness means. So the Buddha describes the feeling of loving kindness in 4 ways. So the will, and the first one, if you want to write them down, you can write them down. First one is the will and wish to see others out of suffering. That's number 1. The will and the wish to see others out of suffering. Then number 2 is the wish and will to see all good things happen to the other people, right? Third one is the will and wish to see others develop in life. Instead of jealousy, the wish and will to see others develop in life, right? Fourth one is the will and wish to see others being nice and wholesome, right? So not only we develop good qualities within, we wish and we expect, so we become happy by seeing the other people being nice and behaving in wholesome ways, right? So these are the 4 4 kinds of intentions which are inside the love, the thought of loving kindness, metta. Okay. Then loving kindness meditation is called as metta bhavana. Bhavana means development, multiplication, right? Or meditation. So you multiply and develop this thought of loving kindness within. Um, in in certain teachings, so in certain commentaries, it is described like this: spreading loving kindness towards all beings, boundlessly, without expecting anything in return, and free of desire. Right? When you spread loving kindness, meditation means spreading loving kindness without expecting anything in return. In the world, people do things for the other people, but most of the times they expect that the other people will return your favor. Right? When it doesn't happen, what happens is there arise conflicts. You get angry, right? You don't like the other people. When things go like that, you don't like it, right? Then you develop anger and hatred towards the others, thinking, oh, I did this for that person, but this person didn't do this for me in return. Right? But here in loving kindness, you let that go and you do things for the other people. So you spread loving kindness towards the other people without expecting anything in return. Right? And then free of desire. You don't have any desire, right? When you spread your loving kindness. Oh, may this person do this for me, may this person do that for me. We don't think like that, right? We just give it, so without any desire, right? And then when we spread loving kindness, the biggest enemy that we have to fight with is the aversion. I already told you that the aversion has so many phases. One is jealousy, right? One is jealousy. And then one is ill will. One is anger. When we have these and discriminating feeling, right? Irritation. When we have such kind of thoughts inside us, it is not easy to spread loving kindness. We have these kinds of negativities inside us already. They're very strong, even though in certain people it may be, since you practice, if you honestly practice Vipassana meditation, then you might have controlled it up to a certain level thanks to your understanding, right? The wisdom that you develop. But they won't go away at once. It takes time, right? Because they have been there. So they have been there for a long period of time, so, for so many lives. So taking them out at once is not easy. You know, we had a huge tree at our backyard. Then my master, Buddhi, he ordered to cut it down. We cut it down. But has been there for a very long period of time. Then even though we try to get rid of it, doing all kinds of things that we can do, still it time to time it shows us. So just like mocking, so it shows us sprouts, tiny sprouts, right? Just like, so these kinds of negativities, they are like that. They have been there for a long period of time. When you practice loving kindness meditation, you have to fight with them, but you have to wage the war with them all by yourself. Nobody, we can, so the Buddha and the great teachers, they can instruct you and guide you, but you have to wage your own war, right? You have to fight all by yourself. So please practice very ardently, giving you everything, because this is the most important thing. So meditation is one of the most important things that you should do in your life. Among them, loving kindness is loving kindness meditation is very, very important, right? Breathing, just like breathing meditation, just like vipassana meditation, loving kindness meditation is also very, very important. So give your 100% to 200%. Give your entire attention with a very alert mind, with a very concentrated mind, and with the mind of full of love and compassion. Please practice this. And then fight fight with these negativities and don't let them to rise. And whenever they rise, understand these are negativities which will temporarily stay and pass away, right? So thinking so without focusing on them. So always spread loving kindness. So with your entire effort, right? Entire strength, mental strength. And when you spread loving kindness, we have to understand spreading loving kindness to one person, according to Buddha. Spreading loving kindness to one person, the positive energy that we generate by that action, spreading loving kindness to one person, that's also enormous and unlimited. But here we are spreading loving kindness towards all the beings. And it's the positive energy that you are going to accumulate, it has no bounds. And we can have no words to explain it enough, right? So understanding that, so please spread loving kindness with your entire mental strength. And loving kindness meditation is also a meditation technique which helps not only for the doer, but also for the receiver, right? Therefore, it's a very good meditation to practice because it is beneficial for both the parties. So at the very time when we are practicing it, okay? And when it comes to posture, if your legs are paining, that's fine. Then what you have to do is, please change your posture. It doesn't matter whether you are a vipassana meditator or old student or a new student, you can change the posture if it is painful, right? But try to endure as far as possible. But whenever you start developing, whenever you feel like you develop discomfort, so I mean uncomfortable thoughts towards your pain, right? Then change your posture and start practice, redo your posture. Take rest for a short time, give rest to your legs for a short time, and redo the posture and begin again. And next one is sometimes there are certain people or certain meditators who have hard time in concentrating, right? So what you have to do is, so while practicing the loving kindness meditation, please keep on being aware about the movement of your breath too. It helps you to stay at this present moment. And then, so sometimes, so when something is like falling, you take a stick or something like that to aid that thing which is falling, right? To stop it from falling, right? Just like that, breathing meditation will help you without letting your mind to wander away, right? Then with the help of that, you can practice loving kindness meditation. And it is only for the meditators who have a very difficult, very hard time in focusing. I sincerely wish that may no one of you have that kind of a trouble. Okay. And then, right, final thing is, so bringing it off the cushion. So when we loving kindness should not be limited to the sitting posture. Right? We have to take it out of the cushion. In your day, after developing it, we have to apply the loving kindness that we develop in our day-to-day life, right? I will teach those things during the upcoming weeks, right? Okay. Then now let's get ready to practice. Please keep your back straight, neck straight, head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. Close your eyes, not very tightly, to the extent that you won't see the outside sides. As usual, first I will pay our sincere respect and gratitude towards the Buddha with the short chanting. And after that, let's begin. I will guide you to practice loving kindness meditation. Strange for you. Can I have a pee? Please concentrate. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Itimiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho Vijjācarana sampanno sungato lokamido Anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati Satta deva manussanam buddho bhagavati Tvakato bhagavata dhammo Sangdittiko akaliko Ehi pasiko panaiko Pacatang veditammo Vinyuhiti Sopanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujumanimangno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samici panipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadinang chattari purisa yugani Ate purisa puggalam Ese bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuniyo pahuniyo Dakiniyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyakhetang lokasanti. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with the mind of, with the mind full of loving kindness, full of compassion. Everyone, please get ready to practice the loving kindness meditation. Before that, before we begin the loving kindness meditation, to calm down your mind, please observe the incoming and outgoing breath for 2-3 minutes very calmly, very patiently. Please start observing the breath for 2-3 minutes calmly and patiently. First, please spread your loving kindness towards yourself first. Please think, may I be free from anger and hatred. May I be free from ill will and jealousy. May I be free from mental suffering. May I be free from physical suffering. May I take care of myself happily. May I be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. May I live with comfort and ease. May I attain ultimate peace, Nibbana. Once again, may I be free from anger and hatred. May I be free from ill will and jealousy. May I be free from mental suffering. May I be free from physical suffering. May I take care of myself happily. May I be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. May I live with comfort and ease. Finally, may I attain real peace, Nibbana. Nibbana. Please spread loving kindness towards yourself using these sentences. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards your parents, your dear mother, towards your dear mother who carried you for 10 months, towards your father who took, who dedicated his life to take care of you and bring you up. Please spread your loving kindness towards your dear parents. Please think, may my parents also be free from anger and hatred. May my parents be free from ill will and jealousy. May my parents be free from mental suffering. May my parents be free from physical suffering. May my parents be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. May they be comfortable and ease. Finally, may they attain real peace, Nibbana. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards your parents, towards your parents. Now, let's spread our sincere loving kindness towards our teachers. Please think. May our teachers also be free from anger and hatred, ill will and jealousy. May they be free from mental suffering. May they be free from physical suffering. May they be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. May my teachers feel comfort and ease. Finally, may they attain real peace, Nibbana. Nibbana. Please spread your sincere loving kindness from the bottom of your heart towards your teachers. Towards your teachers. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards your relatives, towards your grandparents, husbands and wives, children, uncles and aunties, nephews and nieces, and everyone. Please think. May my relatives also be free from anger and hatred, ill will and jealousy. May they be free from mental suffering. May they be free from physical suffering. May they be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. May they feel comfort and ease. Finally, may they attain real peace. Nibbane, Nibbane, Nibbane. Please spread loving kindness towards your relatives with your whole heart. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards the friends, towards your friends. Please think, may my friends be free from anger and hatred, ill will and jealousy. May my friends be free from mental suffering. May my friends be free from physical suffering. May my friends be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. May they feel comfort and ease. Finally, may they attain real peace. Nibbane, Nibbane, Nibbane. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards your friends, towards your friends. Now, Please spread your loving kindness towards the neutral people, the people who are not your friends, at the same time who are not your enemies, towards the people in the middle. Please think. May all the neutral people be free from anger and hatred, ill will and jealousy. May they be free from mental suffering. May they be free from physical suffering. May they be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. May they feel comfort and ease. Finally, may all the neutral people attain real peace. Nibbane, Nibbane, Nibbane. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards the neutral people. Neutral people. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards the enemies. If you have any grudge towards anyone, this is the time to let it go. We all have negativities. Time to time, because of those negativities, we harm the others. The others are the same. But you are more fortunate to meet this Dharma path, and you have found a way to come out of it. But maybe those unfortunate people are still suffering with such kind of emotions. That's why they do actions with enmity. Being wise, let go of your grudges. Let go of your grudges and spread your loving kindness towards your enemies, the people that you don't like. Please think. May my enemies also be free from anger and hatred, ill will and jealousy. May they be free from mental suffering. May they be free from physical suffering. May they be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. May they feel comfort and ease. Finally, may my enemies also attain real peace, Nibbana. Real peace, Nibbana. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards your enemies, towards your enemies. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. Not only towards human beings, animals, reptiles, or visible or any invisible creature, towards all the beings, towards all the beings. Let's spread our loving kindness without any discrimination, with the mind of equality, with spreading equal love towards all, towards all. Please think. May all beings be free from anger and hatred, ill will and jealousy. May all beings be free from, come out of mental suffering. May all beings be free from physical suffering. May all beings be full of love, compassion, good health, safety, and peace. May all beings feel comfort and ease. Finally, practicing this noble Dhamma path, may all beings attain real peace, Nibbana. Real peace, Nibbana. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards all the beings, all the beings. Nahi verenen vedahani sangmang tidhe kodachanang avedena ca sangmangti ese dhammo sanang tenu bhavatu sambe mangelang rakhantu sampeti vetang samme buddhanubhavini samme dhammanubhavini samme sanghanubhavini sada sutti bhavang tuti. Satu, satu, satu. Now everyone, very calmly and peacefully, please open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax from top to bottom and bottom to top. Now everyone, please join your palms together and say 3 times, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, so hope all of you could concentrate well and develop a lot of loving kindness within towards yourself and towards the others. It is just like sprinkling water towards a fire, right? Whenever you start to sprinkle water towards the fire, what happens? Then the fire begins to go down, and then they are the that place becomes a place out of danger. Until we have anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will, and such kind of negativities within, we have fires within. When you practice loving kindness meditation, you are sprinkling cold water to them. Right? Whenever you get rid of them, your heart, your mind becomes a safe place for yourself and the others. Work on it. Now it is your small break time. So if you want to go to the bathroom or if you want to drink water, so please take these 3 minutes. Then please rush back. If you don't want to go, please stay inside. So then after that, we are going to discuss about loving kindness meditation a little bit further. Okay, take your rest. Yeah. Okay. Secure. You want secure. Everyone, please say it 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, hope all of you had a very good meditation time. So could you feel so loving kindness within? And when you spread your loving kindness towards yourself, so if you really did it deeply, you might have seen that so there are certain things inside yourself that that obstruct you sometimes to feel yourself fully. Did you recognize those things? Did you recognize them? What are those things? So, what are the things that obstruct you from embracing yourself fully? Harish?
So, in logic, you get that fact solution is like
So that's true too. More than that, if you peep inside, you'll see there are things, there are faults that you, wrong things that you have done in the past, and you have not forgiven for certain some of those things yet. And there are certain wishes that you wanted to fulfill, but you couldn't fulfill them on time. Uh, because of that, sometimes you certain people will feel a difficulty in embracing yourself fully. But you have to accept this whole package, even though you like it or not. You cannot achieve everything that you want, right? So everybody has a limit of achievements, right? We cannot achieve everything that we wish. So if there is such kind of remorsefulnesses, if there is if there is some kind of wrong actions that you did in the past, but still if you couldn't forgive, let those things go. Because when we were in the darkness, when our minds were in the dark, we might have done wrong things. But people change, people develop, right? Our bodies change, our minds change, we learn. So let those past go and embrace yourself fully, right? Embrace yourself fully out of loving kindness and compassion towards yourself. Embrace yourself fully, right? With the very deep loving kindness. And then spread loving kindness towards yourself, right? Okay. And then when you spread loving kindness towards the others, so you can spread loving kindness well, comfortable, I mean, well, towards your teachers, then relatives and friends, because they did something for you. And when it comes to the neutral people, it's a little bit difficult. Then the then we start to think why we should spread loving kindness towards them. They haven't done anything for us. But still overcoming that. So we have to understand one great teaching of the Buddha. Sukha kama hi bhuta, dukkha patikula. All beings like Miss Sonia, all beings like to live comfortably and happily. Dukkha patikula. They don't like to feel pain. They don't like suffering. Sukha kama hi bhuta dukkha pai. So all beings in this world like to live comfortably. They do everything to live happily, not to live with pain. Right? Understanding that, so spread loving kindness wholeheartedly towards the neutral people. Right? At least they haven't done anything bad like the enemies. Thinking like that. So spread your loving kindness towards the neutral people. And then the most difficult part, spreading loving kindness towards the enemies. So, uh, so loving kindness meditation and verbalization are two things. You can anybody can verbally say, "May enemies be well, may enemies be happy, may enemies be peaceful," like a mantra. But it is not meditation. That's verbalization. When we spread loving kindness, we have to mean it, generating the feeling within as much as possible. We have to spread loving kindness truly towards the enemies. Truly towards the enemies. You know, uh, we all have negativities. We are not perfect. And at wrong times, we take wrong decisions. And then because of those wrong judgments, wrong decisions, because since certain people cannot overcome certain negativities inside them, they do things towards the others. Your enemies might have done, so they have done all the wrong things towards you with the same mindset. They couldn't overcome. They were not fortunate enough like you to find the Dharma path and practice this kind of a non-sectarian pure Dhamma path to come out of this. They were unfortunate. Or they don't have the capability to come out of it even though met it. So understanding and understanding so that nature in people. So please feel so compassion towards them and spread your loving kindness. They are one of the most needy people of your loving kindness. So spread this so very compassionate. Right. Then sometimes there may be people who do wrong things. Even they may not be still qualified enough to associate physically, but mentally always share the loving kindness with them. Honestly, if you understand them as uh, people with certain negative characteristics and not qualified enough for you to associate, keep them physically at your hand's length, but mentally always share your loving kindness, well wishes with them. Right? Okay. Please practice like that. And when it comes to all the beings, so please spread your loving kindness towards all the beings without any discrimination. In this whole world, all the beings from amoeba to the Brahma, we all, so we have different capabilities. So when it comes to the wisdom, right, we are different. But so qualities of beings, they are similar, right? We eat, they also eat to live, right? The food may be different. The divine beings, they eat. There are certain beings who just feel happiness, and by that they live. That's enough. They don't need any physical food. And there are certain beings who just need to drink some water, drink some water, and that's it. We need solid food, and there are various kinds of ways that we eat, but we all eat. All beings want some kind of food to live, right? And then ahar. then we all sleep, right? We all take rest as we can. The horse might sleep standing and we might sleep, right, laying. So human beings, they can even, so they have multiple postures to sleep. Just kidding. So right, yeah, but somehow, so different beings use different postures, but all of them sleep, nidra. And we all have fear about the surrounding, fear about the future, everything, right? So then here, but then we all practice reproductory ways. It may be different from being to being, but all of us have our own reproductory ways, right? We have various kinds of reproduction, right? So uh, these four things are common among all the beings. All the beings. It may be different from category to category, but they all do these four things in 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 uh, in a unique way. I mean, in a way which is appropriate for their own bodies, right? Which is applicable for their own bodies, right? So all the beings, they are equal. Beings wise, they are equal. So share your loving kindness with all the beings, understanding them. And for Vipassana meditators, it's very easy. You know, all the beings, they are rising and passing away. When it comes to that nature, all the beings are always equal, right? So understanding that, please spread your loving kindness towards all whole heart. And loving kindness is very important nowadays to the world, right? Will the wars arise if people had loving kindness within? If people had loving kindness towards the others, would there be any war? There won't be any war. Because when you have loving kindness within, you look at the other people with the pleasant mood. When you look at the other person with the pleasant mood, if someone doesn't have a mental sickness, then the other person is bound to react with a similar mood, right? So how can there be a war? So Buddha says, Anya manyehi piya chakkuhi avitudanta viharanti. When you have strong loving kindness within the family members inside the family, monks and nuns inside the temples, and so kings and the ministers and those people inside the court, and various people in various groups, they live seeing each other's faces with uh, with a mood of pleasantness, right? Then there is no war if we live like that. So the world needs, at least even though the whole world won't change. So when you practice this, your atmosphere will change, right? Positively. Because whatever the loving kindness that you develop, it will translate through your own face, your eyes. So all your uh, so physical organs, right? Then, right, when you when you spread loving kindness, there are sometimes you might face difficulties. Certain people have uh, certain people have um, so they might not feel enough loving kindness to spread. Oh, you might not be able to recognize what actually the feeling of loving kindness is. Then at that time, so you can right, you can imagine one way to generate it within is recognize that feeling within is through visualization. So you can see any person looking at you with a smile. A person that you like in your life, that person looks at you with a bright smile. If you feel any, so at that time, whatever the feeling that you feel, that's loving kindness, right? Imagine your mother is smiling at you, father is smiling at you with a bright smile. Then what do you feel? That's loving kindness. Father or mother doesn't expect anything in return, right? So that person doesn't expect anything in return. So just that person smiles at you with with a selfless smile, a smile with loving kindness. Then so you can recognize that feeling within, right? Then if you so if you feel difficulty in spreading loving kindness towards anyone, so please try to think about a good action that person did in the past, right? Then start admiring that good action. Think there are so many people who don't do good actions, but among such kind of a world, such kind of people, this person did this good action. That's really good. So I will let go of my grudge and I will spread loving kindness towards this person. Because this person might have negative qualities, but still this person has good qualities too, right? And if there is anybody that you encounter uh, that you feel very hard to spread loving kindness, because even though you reflect, you don't see any good quality in them. Throughout that your memory, you only remember bad things that person did towards the others. Then what you should do? So you have to feel that person like a person who got lost inside a desert. You get the news about someone who got lost inside a desert. You don't have anything to help. You have no way to help, right? Then you develop deep pity towards such kind of people, right? So like that, feel pity towards them, and then spread loving kindness. And then, right. Um, so whenever it is possible, uh, you can so to continue the loving kindness out of cushion, you can pick one one phrase from all these phrases that we use to spread loving kindness. At least, may you be well, right? Be well, or be happy, or be peaceful. Whenever you see people, so whenever you have leisure times, if it is possible to memorize, right? To repeat that particular line of loving kindness, that's very good. It will help to grow this loving kindness meditation, right? For an example, whenever you see a co-worker or a friend or a family member coming inside your room, inside your space, so if that person is standing inside your vicinity, within your vicinity, you can think, may this person, let's say that person's name is Andrew, may Andrew be well, or may Andrew be happy, may Andrew be peaceful. You spread and share your loving kindness with them, right? So these are ways so that you can encounter the difficulties, certain difficulties during loving kindness meditation. And when you practice loving kindness, you are going to develop four great qualities within, right? So if you want, you can write them down. First one is, so the very loving kindness, metta. in Pali. And second one is karuna. Karuna means compassion. What is compassion? Mrs. Fung, so are you compassionate? Yes, right? So what is compassion? Mrs. Tu, are you compassionate? Compassionate? Yes. Yes, right? So what is compassion? Compassion to me is like in my job, I will do to help people, the best that I could. Right. Budvini, what is compassion? Yeah, right. So what is that emotion of loving kind? I mean compassion. Mr. Kevin?
I think that you won't just want the best for you want the best for someone.
Mr. Tim?
Compassion. I think that it is, yeah, it's wishing someone well. Yeah.
Right, Mr. Elliot?
To understand this person's pain is real, like mine.
Oh, right. Yeah, came very closer to it. Right. Right. Lastai, do you have any? Oh, Karuna. Right. Yeah. Hade kampanang karotiti karuna. Karuna means if something shakes the heart, right? If something generates empathy within towards the other people, that is karuna, right? So, hadya kampanang karoti ti karuna, that's compassion. If um, you have any thought to see the other people out of pain, out of danger, right? So that is specifically karuna. Right? To see the other people in prosperity and all those things, they are loving kindness thoughts. But seeing the other people painless, happy, and comfortable, peaceful, that's karuna, meaning karuna, compassion. Mudita. Mudita means, third one, sympathetic joy. So the quality against jealousy. The ability to see, ability to be happy when the other people are successful and successful, right? Generally, when anybody becomes successful, the others, they generate at least a slight, tiny bit of jealousy. Instead of that, this person generates so sympathetic joy with it. Oh, how nice, how great, how wonderful that person became successful. May this person become more and more successful. This is a harder thought than karuna to develop, right? So certain people might generate little happiness by seeing so and think this is sympathetic joy, but no, real sympathetic joy. It's very very deep, deeper than compassion. And when you generate all these three, then so when they develop to a greater level, then we begin to develop the fourth quality too. We generated it, we developed that even during the vipassana meditation. What is that?
Equanimity.
Equanimity. Very nice, Mr. Tim. Equanimity. Upekha. That is the fourth quality. Balance of mind towards all. Right? Balance of mind towards all without any discrimination. Right? So once this is small story from Sri Lanka. So once one Bhante, one enlightened Bhante in Sri Lanka, long time ago, thousands of years ago, he was walking through a paddy field. You know paddy fields. Have you seen the paddy fields in Asia? Pictures of paddy fields, right? They have narrow roads, right? So you only have narrow roads to pass through. So two people, hardly two people can so cross uh, through the through the through that path. It's that much narrow. So I have fallen to the field so many times when I was a child, because even though there is enough space, you know, when we how stubborn we are when we are children, right? So somehow this Bante was going somewhere, and another individual who was a layperson, he was in a rush. He came running. He didn't see that Bante, and then the path was narrow too. Then both of them collided, right? They collided with each other, and then the Bante fell into the paddy field. When you fall into the paddy field, you have to bathe not water but mud. You become very muddy. Another very good person, then that person ran away, saying sorry, because that person was in a rush. Then another person saw this Bante and helped that Bante to come out of the paddy field and bathed that Bante and washed his clothing. And then after that, give that Bante some food, so dana, some food to eat. And finally, so he said, Bante, see that how bad that individual is. So he pushed you to the field and ran away without taking the responsibility. How bad that person is. Then at that time, that Bante said, you did for yourself, and he did for himself. That's it. Bante took the ball and left. Can you understand what he meant? So, if that person who accidentally pushed the Bante to the paddy field, if he intentionally did it, he created bad karma for himself. That's up to himself. I have no any dealing with that. And you did a lot of good things. I'm grateful, and you accumulated a lot of positive energy. But I have no any attachment towards you two, towards both of you. I only have equal compassion. That's what Bhante said, and left. Right. So that's the loving kindness when it develops to the utmost level. It's that much deep, right? And finally, to conclude, I want to recite a quote, nice quote that I met, that I got the opportunity to read to finish. It says, love needs action. Trust needs proof, and sorry needs change. So loving kindness. So you should not limit it to the cushion. You have to bring it to the outside world. And so you have to mix it with your actions. Then it helps you to make your life a comfortable one. And then your ability to dedicate, do things for the others, those things develop. I will teach you many benefits in the next week. So according to Buddha and according to science, so many developments happen in your life, right? If you mix your development of loving kindness in your general life. So don't limit it to the cushion. Bring it out and practically apply it in your day-to-day life, right? So, so with that advice, so I'm going to conclude. And when you practice loving kindness, you can develop it up to the jhanic levels. Little by little, when you develop it, so you can develop it to the jhanic levels. And then, so using that jhanic level, you can later on practice vipassana meditation. Vipassana meditation will help you to come out of all kinds of negativities, develop positivities, and attain real peace in Nibbana. Let's work ardently. Anyone please think. Together all of us gathered here, practice this noble, non-sectarian, pure, loving kindness meditation technique and accumulated a lot of positive energy. By the power of all this positive energy, may all our troubles be away. May all the good things happen in our lives. Practicing this noble, non-sectarian Dhamma path, may all of us attain real peace, real happiness, Nibbana. Please concentrate, joining your palms together. Abhivadana silise nichang vada pachaino Nyataro dhamma vadanti ayuvangno sukhang balang ayurarogya sambati sangha sampatti mevache ato nimmana sampatti iminati samijjatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good night to everyone. Thank you for coming and see you again in the next week. Until then, keep practicing. Take rest. Take rest. Right, Ms. Rita, Mr. Howard, good night.
Thank you so much for your loving kindness, Bhante.
Me be happy. Good night.
Thank
Right,
you. Good night.
Mr. Ram Bhai, good night.
Good night, Bhante. Thank you very much.
Right. Rahul and Pragati, good night.
Good night, Bante. Thank you so
Good
much.
night. Mrs. Nalini, good night.
Good night, Bante. Thank
Good
you.
night. Miss Rita, good night. Can you hear me?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Mama.
Good night, Bante. Have a very
All
good
the good
night. Be
happening,
well.
Miss Rita. Thank you so much, Mr. Howard, as always.
It's my pleasure and my honor.
Yeah, may all the good happen.
I hope to see you soon.